Thinking about picking up a drone this year? Well, I am here at NAB checking out the GoPro Karma coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Think Media TV, helping you go further, faster in media. And we're here at NAB at the GoPro booth, checking out the GoPro Karma. Now, maybe you've been thinking about looking into drones, you've been checking out DJI stuff, maybe some other brands, but the Karma is a pretty amazing offering because it is an all-in-one drone solution. First of all, you get the drone. Now, one thing you might notice is it's definitely not as small as the Mavic, but it is still a very portable, very not too heavy of a drone, and you're good to go. And what's included with it is not just the drone itself, but the gimbal to keep your footage steady, and the Hero 5 camera as well. But what really makes this package fascinating is that you also get a handheld gimbal. So you can just pop the gimbal right off the camera, put it onto a handheld gimbal, and now get stable footage on the ground as well. Not only that, but they also include a way to mount that same gimbal on the front of a bicycle, a motorcycle, anywhere you can mount footage. And then you also get an included remote and the screen. And so a lot of times with a drone, you need a smartphone or you need a monitor to be able to hook it up to their remote. And it's not as clean and just a nice setup like this. And so what's really cool about the GoPro Karma is that for $1,099, you get everything. You have a drone, you have a separate action camera that you could use anywhere you want, and you've got the handheld gimbal so you can get those stable footage on the ground. And so they made it all work together in a cohesive package. And so one thing to definitely consider is that when at this point we've gotten drones separate, but the camera is built in and you can't take the camera away. And you buy a separate action camera with a separate gimbal. And so eventually that all adds up. And so GoPro's definitely being very competitive here by putting everything into one package for kind of an all-in-one, everything you need, content creator, YouTuber, video influencer package to put out some amazing aerial footage and stable ground footage and action camera footage in general. Now, as far as the specs on the GoPro camera, the Hero 5 will do 4K at 30 frames a second. You can also do 60 frames a second at 2.7K. And then if you want to get that 120 frames a second slow motion footage, you can do that at 1080p. And so a lot of great settings and frame rate settings right there on the Hero 5. You can also pick up the Karma for $799 without the camera. Maybe you already have one. And you can also use it with the Hero 4 with like a $20 adapter piece. And so that's a nice solution too. You already want to integrate your current GoPro, it'll work. And two things I love about the Karma setup is number one, the Karma actually has a bunch of settings for beginners. So it's actually a great way to learn if you're just getting in to drones. And then you can turn those on or off on the remote once you're feeling comfortable with flying, and it unlocks a few more advanced features. So it's a great drone to get started with. And another thing I love is the camera itself. The fact that the Hero 5 is waterproof without a case. And so if you have it on the gimbal, or even if you're flying in the rain, you don't have to really worry about the camera if it gets wet. Whereas a lot of action cameras, they need a separate waterproof case, and a lot of times when they have a separate waterproof case, they won't work on a gimbal because those gimbals, the machinery won't fit it. And so the GoPro has kind of solved that waterproof issue without needing those bulky plastic waterproof cases, which is a huge feature that I love. So final thoughts, I think the GoPro is a real player in the industry. If you are starting from scratch, it's a definitely great solution to check out because you get everything all at once. But maybe you already have a few things. You already have an action camera you're using, maybe you already have another drone, well then maybe it might not be the right fit. So, question of the day, are you thinking about upgrading, getting a new drone this year? Which one are you looking at? Let me know in the comments section below. So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely click here to subscribe for more videos and coverage of NAB. And you can also check out our entire playlist from NAB, all of our lighting, cameras, tripods, all the different footage as well. Until next time, Think Media TV is helping you go further, faster in media. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.